And no one is going to get what they want.
Seriously, AJ, we're trying to conduct the contract signing. You have
Shut up, Michael Cole! Slap your teeth down your throat!
Wrestling fans, that was one of the highlights of Monday Night Raw tonight. I think everybody that watched Raw would agree with that. And if you did not watch Raw, go back and watch that segment. Go back and watch that part of the contract signing. That was great. Absolutely great. Okay. Some other things that happened on this, that really brought out some interest for me. Okay. Before we even dive into this Monday Night Raw, that is the Firefly Funhouse. The main event, the closing part of the main event in particular, when Bayley joined forces with Sasha Banks tonight. Very interesting, very intriguing stuff happened on Monday Night Raw tonight that we will get to talking about and get invested in the coming weeks. Now, on the other hand, WWE, Vince McMahon, I'm sure had his fingers all over this Monday Night Raw. Absolutely had to have had his fingers all over this Monday Night Raw because, number one, just look, okay, at what we're seeing next week in the King of the Ring semi-final matchup. Now, for some of you, you might like what we're seeing. A triple threat matchup for a spot in the finals, in which we are seeing Ricochet versus Samoa Joe versus Baron Corbin. Now, wrestling fans, before we continue, go back and watch anything you've missed, and of course, subscribe. But wrestling fans, just picture this. You can either see this matchup, in which it's a guaranteed that Ricochet is going to win. You have two heels versus a babyface. Ricochet is going to overcome all the odds. It's a guaranteed. Okay, wrestling fans? This has Vince McMahon written all over it. Just the fact that Baron Corbin's in this match has Vince McMahon written all over it. Or we could have seen Cedric Alexander, Ricochet, and Samoa Joe in this matchup. I would have much rather have seen that, because at least we would have gotten a better scenario and at least a little more unpredictable matchup. Because either Cedric Alexander or Ricochet could be going to the finals. That's my thought process in this. Samoa Joe is not going to the finals. We know that. There's no way. Absolutely no way. Whatever. The only thing that came to my mind was, thank you WWE for not pulling a 1993 semifinal matchup as Lex Luger and Tatanka went the time limit, and Bam Bam Bigelow went to the finals. Now, they did not have a time limit, but both men's shoulders were down on the mat, in which Samoa Joe and Ricochet got counted out. Therefore, both men could have been eliminated tonight. I'm glad they didn't go down that road, because I don't want to see Baron Corbin in the finals. We have Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch They had a promo together tonight inside the squared circle. Very interesting, if you ask me. Becky Lynch throwing dirt back and forth with Sasha Banks. It's official. Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks at Clash of Champions. If anybody's going to take this title off of Becky Lynch, it is Sasha Banks. Okay, wrestling fans? But it's going to be an instant classic. It's going to be a knockdown, drag-out affair. Will it happen at Clash of Champions? Not 100% sure about that. But by the end of this rivalry, Becky Lynch is going to drop this championship to Sasha. I just have this feeling for all you Becky Lynch fans out there. The Viking Raiders squashed two jobbers, two no-names. I have said it once, I will say it again and again and again and again on this channel until somebody out there important hears me, hopefully. Viking Raiders need to be in an important rivalry. Everybody is tired of seeing them in jobbing matches. We are. The Firefly Funhouse. This is interesting, wrestling fans. A very interesting part about Monday Night Raw tonight. Outside of the very main event part, as Raw was closing, did you all pay attention to the Vince McMahon puppet? Which I found funny because he had horns coming up out of his head, kind of like the devil. I thought that was funny. That also made me laugh tonight. I don't know. Kind of made me laugh. Y'all let me know what you're thinking about that in the comments below. But the Firefly Funhouse. What is Bray Wyatt doing next month? Challenging Seth Rollins or Braun Strowman for the Universal Championship at Hell in a Cell, as Vince McMahon, the puppet, put it. Right? Vince McMahon, the puppet, threatened to fire Bray Wyatt because Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins is too valuable for me. That's what he said on Raw. Go back and watch that Firefly Funhouse. It is a very good episode. But, yeah, we have The Thing to look forward to in the main event next month, if they still follow through with it. This I like, and it also worries me. I'm just going to be honest with you. Because Bray Wyatt as The Thing going against Seth Rollins. Because we know Seth Rollins is winning at Clash of Champions. We know this. It's guaranteed, okay? Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler are going to capture the Raw Tag Team Championships. Braun Strowman will turn heel at Clash of Champions. They'll drop their titles. And Seth Rollins will overcome all the odds and beat the monster among men in the main event. So, he has beaten the Beast. He has beaten the monster. Are they going to line up the Fiend as well and have him destroy the Fiend? Give him that accolade to his resume? It doesn't need to happen. Bray Wyatt in this character has not had enough matches yet. He is the hottest character on WWE television today. He does not need to lose. So if he walks in the Hell in a Cell, he needs to capture the Universal Championship. won't hurt Seth Rollins a bit. Not one bit, wrestling fans. Seth Rollins, right now, if he beats Braun Strowman, right now, one loss, even if he loses the title for a little bit, it's not going to damage him. He beat Brock Lesnar twice. He's going to beat the Monster. Raw Tag Team Champions, former Intercontinental Champion, has all this stuff. The crowd likes him. It won't hurt him. It will hurt Bray Wyatt if Bray Wyatt loses to Seth Rollins. So WWE, you don't need to have Bray Wyatt lose. That stuck out to me a big deal in the Firefly Funhouse. You just don't. Let me know what you're thinking about it in the comments below. Bayley. Forget about the actual tag team matchup. The tag team matchup was just whatever. Right? The tag team matchup itself was just whatever. The most important thing that happened tonight was Bayley joining forces with Sasha Banks. When she started when she took that chair away from Sasha Banks, and then she started waffling. When she started waffling Becky Lynch with the steel chair. Absolutely awesome. Makes me wonder when exactly Becky Lynch is going to get that title off of her. When's she going to drop it? It's going to be to Sasha. I have a feeling that that we're going to see Charlotte take the title off of Bayley at Clash of Champions, and we're going to see Bayley more on Raw than on SmackDown. And Sasha Banks kind of get help with Bayley, joining forces. I just have that feeling. Y'all let me know what you're thinking about it in the comments below. I don't see Sasha Banks and Bayley both being champions on Raw and SmackDown. I don't see that. And that's simply because of Fox. But y'all let me know what you're thinking about it in the comments below. Other than all this, you had Lacey Evans versus Natalya, which quite frankly I didn't watch. I got up and took a restroom break. The Viking Raiders squashed somebody. So what? I like the Viking Raiders. Wish they'd do more. And Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode looked impressive over Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. The question still remains, who will AJ Styles defend the United States Championship against at Clash of Champions? Have no idea. Personally, I'd like to see just pitch the United States Championship match and put Styles, Strowman, and Rollins in for the Universal Championship. That sounds pretty good to me. And forget about the U.S. title. Wouldn't bother me a bit. But y'all let me know what you're thinking about all of this in the comments below. That was Monday Night Raw tonight. Give me a like, give me a comment, and of course subscribe. And until I see you tomorrow for SmackDown, This is Webby, and I'll catch you on the other side. Talk to you later.